Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is August 5th, 2022, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the FAANG stocks move the markets higher. Now looking at the major economic events of today, NFP coming out of the United States at 3:30 South African time. This is an important NFP as we're going into the second half of 2022. So you do want to know about it. Now looking at the Forex symbols, starting out with the euro as it advances versus the US dollar ahead of the GBP and the Australian dollar. Looking at the indices, the NASDAQ pushes higher, obviously off of the back of the FAANG stocks. Looking at commodities, gold gains what oil breaks support at $93 a barrel and trading at $89 a barrel. Now looking at the stocks, as mentioned, the FAANG stocks and Microsoft climbed again. And lastly, Bitcoin unchanged. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So I'm going to first take a look at the EURUSD. You can see it got to the upper part of that 1022. And it's just hovering over there, okay? We are trading still in this range. You can see the upper range and the lower range. We are at the upper range at this stage. So probability to be trades is to unload if you're long it at this stage, especially as we're going into the NFP later today. Now, when we look at the other stocks, major Forex symbols, the GBP didn't do much. Gained a little bit, but not enough, okay? When we look at the Australian dollar, also did look some weakness there. So it's interesting how the euro every so often changes character and gets a little bit stronger, and that's a good example of it. Now looking at gold, look at that nice advance to 1789. Did hit that moving averages right there at the middle. Now there's some major components that are breaking moving averages. We're going to take a look at that. Now we're at the upper range. 1799, obviously a resistance level. When we look at our Fibonacci retracement there, you can see that quite clearly, but it's moving along nicely. So if there's follow through here, okay, which I don't see that there's so much, because if we look at the volume, it's not ascending. It's just staying dormant and actually not as big as the previous volume. So, you know, this advance is true, but I wonder how true it really is. So keep an eye on this, because this may retrace if it doesn't follow through. Now looking at crude oil, look at this, $89 a barrel. Unbelievable retracement. Remember, we were at $124 just a couple of months ago on the back of what's happening between Ukraine and Russia. So we do have support at $85 a barrel. Just be aware of that as this has continued to retrace. Now jumping into the big boards in the United States, the Dow Jones rallied to 32,752, getting to that upper range, okay? Totally getting to that upper range as we've make a good comeback. But what's been strong is the NASDAQ. NASDAQ has traded over 2,000 points, okay, from where we were at 11,200-ish level up to 13,300. That's a nice rally for NASDAQ. Now, this is really on the back of all the stocks, so let's take a look at them. Apple, look at that nice, as we had that big gap up, we had the retracement, used it as support, and then gapped up even, and then continued buying. Looking at Facebook, did gain some, not a lot, but did gain some, okay? From 155 to 170 is decent gains. What's been really strong is Amazon. Look at that, 142, and this keeps on going higher and higher. You can't really see it, but we were trading close to $100 a share. You can see it here. As you can see that we're trading at $142 a share. Amazing. Okay, now looking at Google as well, also just gap and go as it's got stronger as well. Microsoft got stronger and is trading at that upper range, again, 283, but nothing to write home about. This is really becoming very interesting. Look at Tesla. Tesla breaking that upper limit on 9.24 above the 200-day moving average. That's a major breakout, a really major breakout. It's got to sustain itself, but it's a major breakout just psychologically that it is gained this much. Now, what I don't like about it is that the volume has been ascending, but it dropped on the last push. So this may be a future resistance-ish level for Tesla as it's hit this level. So just be aware of that as well. This is Fred Razak, and wish you guys a great trading day and a beautiful weekend. Thank you, everybody.